Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today let's talk about some fun facts about Spy Family. Before I proceed further, please kindly remember to subscribe my channel. In this channel, I will talk about some Japanese and Korean manga and anime. If you are interested, please kindly subscribe my channel and ring the bell next to it so that you won't miss any of my videos. Spy Family is a Japanese comedy manga series written by Eto Tetsuya. This series has been published and released bi-weekly on Shonen Jump Plus application and website since March 2019, with the newest chapter, Chapter 63, released on 13th of June 2022. So far, there are a total of 9 volumes published. Very briefly, the story of Spy Family is about a spy with codename Twilight, who needs to build a family for a mission. In order to complete his mission, Twilight, or I should say Lord Forja, disguised himself as a psychiatrist and adopt a girl, Enya, who could read others' mind as his daughter. He also had a fake marriage with a woman, Yor, who was a professional assassin. Altogether, temporarily 3 of them formed a family and lived together. Though they are living under the same shelter, their real identities were not revealed to each other. However, since Enya can read others' mind, Enya was the one who knows about Lloyd and Yor's true identities. Instead of talking about the storyline itself, there are some interesting facts which I would like to share with you all. The Forger family, their last name Forja, already implied their false identity, since Forja refers to a person who makes illegal copies of money, documents in order to cheat people. Regarding the setting of the story, the writer Eto Tetsuya made reference to some settings in the reality. Most events in the Spy Family were mainly taking place in Ostania. For example, the place where the Forger family live and the school where Enya studied are also located in Ostania. However, Twilight, or Lord Forja, was a spy from West Talis. Ostania and West Talis were 2 confronted countries that are bordered to each other. This setting was made reference to the East and West Germany during the Cold War period. Enya studied in the Eden Academy. This is one of the reasons why Lloyd adopted Enya, since he wanted Enya to be friends with Damien, and through Damien, Lloyd can approach his target, Donald von Desmond, the father of Damien. The school where Enya and Damien studied was Eden Academy, a highly prestigious private school in Ostania in providing top-class education to its students. Eden Academy was made reference to Eton College, a well-known public school in England. It is the largest boarding school in England and was founded in 1440. Eton College is well-known for the nurse of England's statesmen, since the college educated prime ministers, world leaders, and many other famous people. The current Prime Minister of United Kingdom, Boris Johnson, and the former Prime Minister of United Kingdom, David Cameron, was also the alumni of Eton College. Their school fee can charge up to 48,000 British pounds per year, which is around 60,000 US dollars. In each volume cover, it was designed in the same way that a character was sitting on a designer chair, and under the chair, there are items revealing their professions or personality. So far, 9 volumes are released, so in total, there are 9 characters. Since the characters on the 4th and 6th volume has not yet appeared on the anime, I will just skip these 2 volumes. The first volume is Lord Forja. He is sitting on the Le Corbusier LC2 armchair, which costs for around 5,300 US dollars. And this is the price for a 1-seater only. If it is a 2-seater, the price will be more expensive. Under the chair, we could see that there are his suitcase, telescope, papers filled with information, photos, and bullets. This revealed his hidden identity as a spy. The second volume is Enya Forja. She is sitting on the marshmallow sofa designed by George Nelson Associates, which cost for around 6,500 US dollars. The marshmallow sofa is considered as an icon of modernist furniture design. The 18 cushions on the sofa can be removed and customized. Such playful and flexible features of the marshmallow sofa echoes with Enya's curious and fanciful personality. The third volume is Yor Forja. She is sitting on the Lachaise chair, which costs for around 7,800 US dollars. We could see that on the chair there is a stain, which revealed her identity as an assassin. The 5th volume is Yuli, Yor's younger brother. He is sitting on the Barcelona chair, which costs for around 7,000 $900 US. Under the chair, we could see that there are his handcuffs, tapping device, and pistol. This revealed his identity as a secret police. The seventh volume is Damien Desmond. He is sitting on the willow chair, which costs for around $5,300 US. We could see that Damien is too little for this big chair. However, he is trying to portray a big image and trying to occupy the entire chair. The reason behind this is because he wants to meet his father's high expectation. So he is trying to act bigger and more mature. However, his toys behind the chair revealed his real personality as a little boy. The eighth volume is Frankie. He is sitting on the Emma's lounge chair, which costs for around $7,500 US. This chair is designed by the same designer as George Lachase. This chair consists of two parts, the chair itself and the ottoman. On the floor, we could see that there are money and envelopes, which revealed Frankie's identity as an informant. The ninth volume is Becky. She is sitting on the coconut lounge chair, which costs for around $3,500 US. Unlike her other two classmates, Anya and Damien, Becky does not try to hide anything, but places all her favorite pinky items in front of her, like the pretty handbags, pretty clothes, and pretty shoes. This shows her straightforward and simple personality. Apart from the volume cover, the ending of the anime and the Forger home also displays various designers' furniture. They are the vintage Smeg refrigerator, which costs for around $2,700 US, which is placed in their kitchen. Then in the living room, there is a Frank Lloyd Wright's Teleson 1 table lamp, which costs for around $925 US. Then another Frank Lloyd Wright Teleson 2 floor lamp, which costs for around $2,800 US. Then in the ending of the anime, where Anya passed by, we could see the Saarinen Collection 2-plane armless chair, which costs for around $1,600 US. The Swan chair, which costs for around $3,200 US. The Fries Hansen Series 7 chair, which costs for around $420 US. Based on all these designers' furniture, I think the professions of the Forger families are not spies and assassins, but millionaires. I'm wondering if these furnitures make much difference than the furniture purchased from the famous Sweden furniture brand. If you know the answer, please let me know. In fact, these informations are not discovered by myself, since I do not have the wealth in knowing this information. I will put down the websites in which I gathered this information and put them under my description box below. If you are interested, you may go to take a look at it. If you like my sharing, please kindly leave a comment and let me know. And if you don't mind, please also like my video and subscribe my channel. I'll be seeing you next time. Bye!